Hello, Cancer. I hope you're doing well today. I'm gonna have you take a deep breath with me, and in, and out. All right. So we have the Tower, Justice in the reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles. So you may have just gone through a Tower moment, something crumbling in your life, a foundation of some sort crumbling. Could be a relationship, could be a family, could be a job, could be a car, something that is broken down. It could be even something spiritual, like an ego death, breaking down of the ego. I was talking to a friend the other day about how the Tower moment is a wrecking ball coming through to break down the rest of the building so that something brand new can be formed. And an aspect of this Tower moment may be pertaining to some sort of karmic justice. I do see in this situation that you may be receiving a bit of bad karma. It may also feel as though you are kind of doing things in a loop of madness, like you're trying to plant your seed somewhere, but it seems no matter how many times you try this, the tactic that you're going, 3:03 was on the clock, the tactic that you're going never seems to work. And so it's kind of like I'm getting like it's killing you how long this is taking. It's killing you why this isn't working. And then we have a Ten of Swords in the reverse. So I feel as though it has killed you, and it has killed the way that you go about trying to plant this specific type of seed, because it's whatever you've been attempting to offer a firm foundation. If there's a firm foundation that you've been wanting to offer, it has not been coming to fruition because of the way that you've been going about doing it, and not been changing how you've been going about doing it. You do the same thing over and over again and expect a different outcome. That's the definition of madness. So there's this death to that way of being. There's that a death to the madness cycle. And I mean, I see for some of you, if you're in a relationship, you may be breaking up with them. It feels as though you can't manifest what you actually want in this relationship. There may be a lot of toxic things being manifested instead. There's a lack of belief in this relationship. It's like the efforts, you don't know if they're really working out. And honestly, it seems like no matter what, the ball's being dropped in this dynamic. All these 3 cards are in the reverse. And 2s are decisions a lot of the times. And so making 2 different decisions of like dropping, being unable to juggle everything that's on this plate and dropping the ball. And also just that this relationship is falling apart. It doesn't have love anymore. And you're coming up in the King of Cups, like divine energy, but also there's an amount of strategic, like sneaky energy. There's somebody's making a judgment call to talk about and try and resurrect this like ultimate fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, happy, joyous life. But there's, why is this in the So there's an aspect of making a judgment call to renew something, speaking, knowing the truth about this emotional fulfillment that you knew could be greater. And I'm just getting here that somebody understands that they made a decision that they regret. They intended to seek out their happily ever after with this decision, their celebration, their wedding, all of this stuff. But it actually it brought them celebration, but it brought them, and this could be you. This could be something that you decided. So it could be it brought you celebration, but it also brought you a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of nightmares, a lot of anguish, a lot of stress, like your regretful decision it's like the stress that this decision brought really did overweigh the joy and celebration, even though both were prominent. It's still like there was a lot more stress and a lot more overthinking about painful things while in this seemingly joyous union situation. And there's been a lot of enlightenment around this because it's almost like you've been stuck here for a while. And that may be what's being needed to communicate. Like, what is being communicated is like enlightenment has come during this limbo time where you or somebody around you has been able to experience positive and negatives, but it's like coming to the conclusion that you know you can have something happier, something more emotionally fulfilling. And talking about there's like this conversation of talking about how you got to this outcome in your mind. Okay. All right, the card of advice so far. Okay. Yeah. Release lack mindset. You may be concentrating too much on your finances right now and the aspect of not having enough. But releasing that lack mindset. There's a lot that you have sown into this world that you will still reap. You may feel exhausted, but you have grown a lot in this universe, and you will take your harvest home with you. There's an aspect of following your intuition, but also there may be somebody that you might not be talking to right now, or somebody that you see in a kind of divine light. Maybe you are also not talking to this person, but there's some person. You may be making a decision about this person. I'm just getting that because this is High Priestess 2, following your intuition about this person. But I'm getting that you may have this desire to offer a cup of love, or just communicate loving emotions to this person. But it feels as though I'm getting like behind you, maybe like an ex-girlfriend or an ex-boy, whatever, an ex, or a family member that is very toxic with their words, or a friend that's not very good at, not a very good friend. There's somebody that's very like spiteful in the background, kind of like, why would you need damn, about, I know none of those were words, but like, that energy about even thinking that you have a cup for somebody else. I don't know. The way that their hand is right now is really, really speaking to me, because it's like, I don't know why I'm just getting that. Take it as a resonance, 1441 was on the clock. But then there's also this blockage of like, I'm getting like anger, ego, and pride that's getting in between. Also in between. It's like this. this high priestess, it's like somebody there's like a front of domineering, a front of anger, etc., that is also getting in the way. But there's still like this bubbly amounts of love. There just needs to be a little bit more adjustments. It's like the first card was the Tower card, so it's almost like you may be fighting some of these adjustments, holding on to things a little too tightly. Yeah. And just walking away from something. Good morning! Something that you love so that you find your self-love, and then you can walk back to what you truly desire. Take what's yours, leave the rest behind. Bye.